Hey, if you like fishing, this is your lucky day because you've caught the end of season highlight episode right here on the show. A look back at all the great fishing we've experienced this year, and we've caught some big ones. Buckle in, everybody. A lot of fun and excitement is in store. Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
It's time for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southwest region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
This is the 39th and final episode for our 2016 season here on the show. And this week, for the next half hour, we'll be continuing a tradition we started some 14 years ago. This is our end of season year-in review episode where we take a look back at all the exciting adventures and great fish catches, and we'll be showing a bunch of those to you in the next half hour. Later on, we'll also have our bloops and outtakes, a little fun for you at the end of the season, and we'll get a word from each of our insider reporters from their particular region and their forecast for the winter fishing season upcoming. Fox Sports Outdoors end of season episode goes back to the FSN studios and kicks it off with Julie and your weekend planner.
The salooner tables are indicating fair game fish activity for both days of the weekend. Peak daylight hours should begin at 3:38 p.m. on Saturday and 4:37 p.m. on Sunday. Look for the sun to rise at 7:14 and set at 5:21. And evenings will feature a moon that is 16% visible. Stay with us for freshwater and coastal fishing updates from around the region. Plus, the current Bassmaster champion Edwin Evers joins us for the Ask the Pro feature. Back in a bit.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Excite AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. Motor Guide Trolling Motors, because accuracy matters. Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Champions aren't born, they're made. And Fox Sports Outdoors is driven by Fort Worth Nissan and Lone Star Toyota.
Welcome back to our year-in review episode for 2016, and let's get right to the highlights. Our year began with a great tip from our friend Kevin Van Dam, the greatest tournament bass fisherman of all time, who told us about the resurgence of Toledo Bend Reservoir on the Louisiana-Texas border. From there, it was to Carter's Lake in northeast Georgia, home of the famous big Carter's Lake spotted bass. We'll show you some of that. And it was on to Percy Priest Lake, Nashville, Tennessee, where we caught a big smallie and a big largemouth, both in the same day. Wow! Oh my goodness. Oh, that is what we came to do right there. Look at that big old mouth. Look at this. Oh, wow. Could catch a lot of largemouths up shallower, but I pulled back deeper and I caught a big smallie. Jumped him right in the net. How about that? That's a toad right there. That's a Toledo Bend specimen, like we wanted to catch when we came out here. He's not one of those giant double-digit dudes, but he is one fine fish nonetheless. Got him. Look at this. Holy cow. Baby. Thank you, Lord. That's what I wanted. Hooked right in the top of the mouth with a little wacky rig. That's a fat toad right there. Now that's the kind of spotted bass that Carter's Lake is famous for right there.
Hi folks, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, our last report of the year. Before we get started, I've got to thank some folks, starting with Barry, for allowing me to share our Texas fishing adventures with you each week. Of course, Kirk, our editor, who takes all the raw footage and turns it into that professional product that you see each and every week. Our sponsors for making this possible, this week's Lone Star Lakes brought to you by Chili Cheeks, makers of the innovative comfort cushion that'll keep you cool and or warm depending on circumstances. And of course, our lovely and talented camera ma'am, Jennifer. I have thoroughly enjoyed our adventures across the state this year and look forward to many, many seasons and adventures to come in the years ahead. Now we're here at a local pond where the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department will be stocking trout throughout the winter. There are hundreds of these locations. You can find one near you by simply going to the TPWD website. Once you find your location, all you need is some ultralight spinning gear, 4 to 6 pound test, and either artificials like a Mepps Aglia or a rooster tail in the smaller sizes, or you can go with some of the baits like your salmon eggs, your trout nuggets, or even canned kernel corn. Get yourself a nice folding chair, warm up your chili cheeks, sit by the pond on a Sunday afternoon and catch some of those TPWD rainbow trout. That's been this week's and this year's Lone Star Lakes. You folks have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next season. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, Texas Outdoors Journal brings you this week's report, and our December issue is now on sale on newsstands, just in time for some great fresh and saltwater fishing, along with deer and waterfowl hunting for the Christmas holidays. Plus there's gift ideas and TOJ's Christmas subscription special. Pick up a copy of Texas Outdoors Journal on newsstands or subscribe at texasoutdoorsjournal.com or call 800-222-4TOJ. Well, what a crazy weather year we've had on the Texas coast. Lots of freshwater runoff kept bays fresh in the spring, and warmer than normal weather has conditions behind schedule as we wrap up another year on the coast. Through the month of December, continue to fish as you have in mid to late November. Slow down the retrieve as temperatures drop, fish mud bottoms, and fish the warmest part of the day. Also look to the intercoastal waterways, ship channels, secondary channels, and deeper holes as places fish will congregate. After several warm days, look for fish to move up to flats adjacent to these deeper waters to feed. If you're looking for an adventure, consider running offshore or going out on a headboat. In state waters, red snapper will be in close, and further offshore, blackfin and yellowfin tuna will give bigger tugs. This weekend, Saturday has a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides. Sunday has a single tide schedule of 1 high and 1 low tide. I'm Bill Olson, wishing each of you a very Merry Christmas and all the best next year in the new year, and I'll see you on the coast.
We've got to take a quick break, but before we do, in many ways, it was the year of the crappie on Fox Sports Outdoors this year. Beginning at Poverty Point Reservoir in northeast Louisiana, where we caught several 2.5 pound plus crappie. Then it was on to Gunnersville Lake in Alabama, famous for its big bass fishing. Who knew that crappie this big lived in that lake? I'm longlining out here today. And that's a beautiful slab crappie right there. Good size. I don't know, that fish should go 1.5 pounds, something like that probably. Look at this. Golly. Unbelievable. Look at the size of that crappie, will you? That is a hog. We're gonna stick that dude on the scale just to see what he weighs. 2.5, 2 pounds, 5 ounces. Our end of season celebration rolls on here on Fox Sports Outdoors, and 2016 was a banner year for speckled trout fishing on our show, both on the Atlantic coast and the Gulf Coast. We began down at Cedar Bayou and East Matagorda Bay in Texas and hit on some big specks there. And then all the way on the other end of the region at Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, we caught a giant speckled trout on a top line.
Way to go, partner.
Man. Look at this trout.
Yes. What a hit.
Oh, baby. We have caught a giant monster Murrells Inlet trout. Got it. All right, look at this trout.
Good one.
Yeah.
Nice trout.
Oh, man.
Nice.
5 me on that big daddy. All right, look at this trout. Get in there. Got him. All right. Look at this big daddy. That is a whopper right there. Holy cow. One more look at an unbelievable East Matagorda Bay big old trophy speckled trout.
I tell you what, Captain Kevin wanted to be here with me for our last report of the year, but he had to pull a double today. They got their limited ducks this morning. They're already snarching and yakking on the flounder, the redfish, and the speckled trout. They said all 3 are hitting right now. So friends, you need to come on down here to Cajun Paradise Lodge and Charters and get you some, like we always say. We want to take this moment just to say thank you. Kevin and I both thank you from the bottom of our heart for watching us each and every week here on Fox Sports Southwest. I tell you what, we want to thank Barry Stokes for having us back again this year. But the letters, the emails, the phone calls that we get, we love them. So in this off season, what I'm asking you to do is, whenever you want to know anything about fishing or hunting here in Louisiana, contact old Cajun Phil. Write this down, CajunPhil@hotmail.com, or call me 337-540-5530. We'll talk fishing or whatever you want to talk about. It's awesome here in Louisiana. We love bringing you reports each and every week. What we want to say is we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. And make sure and watch us again next year. We'll be back on March. Old Cajun Phil and Captain Kevin with the Louisiana Outdoor Report. Till then, happy fishing or hunting, and may God bless. Love you folks.
Headed into our next break, let's continue with the saltwater theme for just a second, beginning over at Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. What a beautiful place and a great fishery. We hit it on July 4th weekend, a bad time to go fishing. Managed to catch some pretty good flounder, but we will be back for a do-over in the future at Wrightsville Beach. From there, it was to Lake Pontchartrain in Louisiana, just outside New Orleans, for some great black drum fishing. Caught a couple of really nice ones there. And then on to the Galveston, Texas jetty system for some big redfish and one giant Jack Crevalle. We got her. Oh, man. Now, you said this is actually a big one for this species.
This is a very good fish, absolutely. This is especially on the tackle you just caught it on. My goodness.
How much will this fish weigh?
This is a 27, 28 pound fish.
Oh, there it comes. That's a big girl. And you said these fish are in here spawning, right? They're moving towards spawning.
Moving in from the Gulf to spawn, lay their eggs, and the high tides and currents will push them up into the marshes where they'll spawn and grow up until they get to be big girls like this.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Double black drum. All right. Well, looks like it's a black drum kind of day. Been a while since I've caught a lot of black drum. We'll get two of them up here and show you.
You see, he picked up mine, which was the big one.
Yeah. Hey, this is not my first rodeo. Got him. Another one. All right, look at this. Oh, baby. Looks like the flounder bite is on at Wrightsville Beach. What a fantastic fish and what a lot of fun.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than just a boat, it's a tracker. Costa sunglasses, see what's out there. Mercury Marine, official outboard of Fox Sports Outdoors. And Lowrance Electronics, find, navigate, dominate.
Hey, welcome back everybody. We're taking a look back at some of our greatest fishing adventures from 2016 here on Fox Sports Outdoors. The striped bass and hybrid striper fishery is going great across both Southeast and Southwest regions. We experienced some of that beginning at Skiatook Lake near Tulsa, Oklahoma with a big hybrid striper, followed by a fantastic trip to Lake Ouachita in Arkansas, big stripers and a big walleye as well. And then it's on to Lake Louisville, just outside Dallas, Texas, where I caught the biggest hybrid striper of my entire fishing career. Wow. Big old hybrid. Oh my gosh, look at this. Out here white bass fishing and a giant hybrid striper hit it. Wow. That is the bonus fish today. He's got that spoon right in the corner of his mouth. All right, well, some of the same principles that you use to find and catch these white bass in the fall will also apply for striped bass and hybrid stripers like this one. That is a real giant. That's a probably 11, 12 pound hybrid striper, something like that. Let's get that fish back in the water. All right, we got him. That's a good striper right there. Wow. That's a good start right there. This is what you can do on Lake Ouachita, and this is not one of the big ones. They get huge here. This is one of the best trophy striper destinations you can possibly imagine. I caught that walleye doing something I can't believe how I caught it. The only way you're going to catch a walleye under these type conditions where you got very little wind, pretty calm surface conditions, and bright skies like this is to drop shot them straight down vertically below the boat. There's one. Wow, reeling a spoon up off the bottom that time. Man, that's a pig right there. There is a Skytook hybrid. What a great fight that fish put up too. What an awesome fish.
Hey, it's so amazing to me that this season is already coming to close. It seemed like we just started a couple of weeks ago. The wonderful news is the fish are still really biting here in Oklahoma. I expect that to be the case for a while yet. Mark Baldridge, recent outings to the lower Canadian River below Lake Eufaula has really been catching them. Targeting mostly stripers, they're catching a lot of small stripers, but they're also catching some up and above 10 pounds. So a very versatile fishery, a great thing that they're doing, fishing that little 3.5-inch swim bait, casting it and reeling it back in. And that's exactly what Jimmy Talbot was using to catch this beautiful 6-pound largemouth there on one of those lower Canadian outings. Now the LaRue Sweet Swimmer that Jimmy was using is a great option for the wintertime because it's so versatile. It's very natural looking, has a great action to it. You can fish it in open water, you can bounce it on the bottom, you can drag it. Another great choice for wintertime fishing is the LaRue Jacob Wheeler Punch-Out Craw. Now what I like to do in the winter months is strip it down to what you see here, just the body and the spear tail, put a 1/4-ounce jig head in it, and fish it around vertical stuff, in front of the bluffs, off those vertical drops, all the way down to 35, 40 feet. Tremendous bait, you'll catch them on that. Now I'm gonna miss seeing you guys here on the screen over the next few months, but I hope to see you on the water. You can catch them when it's cold here in Oklahoma, but remember, you can't catch them if you don't go.
And now it's that moment we've all been waiting for, the 2016 version of Bloops, Blunders, and Outtakes. Well, I'm really, clear your throat, and I'd like to welcome you in today to, what's the name of this lake? And it's called what's it called?
For the answer, we found Bassmaster Elite Angler and Dean Rojas. Is that right? Like, are there two of them?
Cast out in the... Join us for this week on Spot.
Until you find the brush. So, and of course I missed it. There should be some brush coming up, and I drifted off of it. It needs to have some kind of a yellow core to it, and I missed it again. Golly. So we're gonna take, Barry, God. And what's the last word I need to say? Rewind. It's just a simple rewind, okay? Come on, Barry, run the frickin' trolling motor right. God, just had a complete brain blowout.
Chase shrimp boats around the anchor.
And just across the dam is the Nashville airport. But here comes another truck. Versus when do you throw you don't throw. Then below that, oh shoot.
Barry will be back next week.
It really helps. And that's caught. God, Barry, come on, that was going so well. One more time.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. Lose, fueled by passion, driven by innovation. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. And Strand Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro segment, where viewers get expert insights from professional anglers. This week's question comes from Doug, who asks, is it okay to use soap or chemicals to clean out a live well? If not, how? For the answer, we checked with the 2016 Bassmaster Classic champion, Edwin Evers.
All right, when it comes to cleaning out my live well, I don't want to put any foreign chemicals in there, so I don't clean it out. You know, the most I'll do is take a vacuum in there, try to vacuum out maybe some of those remains that a fish might spit up, but I'm not going to introduce any foreign chemicals to my live well.
Thank you, Edwin. If you have something to ask one of our pros over the off-season, simply visit our website and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. And remember to join us right back here for another new season of episodes in March of 2017. Now it's time to give away a pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week.
Thanks, Julie. Before we get to our Costa Catch winners for this week, I'd like to mention that you'll be seeing more of a few insider reporters that we introduced as guest hosts here on the show for the first time in 2016. Beginning in South Carolina, Inglis Glover is our local insider reporter from there. He does his own television show in the Carolinas, is an excellent fisherman over in that part of our region. Then Brian Hughes does a statewide radio fishing show in the state of Texas. He's our freshwater insider reporter for the state of Texas. You'll be seeing Brian in the future. Crispin Powley's the national sales manager for the Strike King Lure Company and our insider reporter for the states of Tennessee and Kentucky. Finally, there's Andrew Upshaw. He's a very successful FLW Tour Pro, the first college angler to ever make the Bassmasters Classic. You'll be seeing more in Oklahoma and Texas from Andrew Upshaw next season. Time right now for our final Costa Catch of the Week winner for 2016. He is Nolan Osmanski of San Angelo, Texas, showing a 10-pound, 6-ounce largemouth bass from Lake LBJ in the hill country of Central Texas. Here are some other big fish from LBJ. They're not winners, but great fish nonetheless. Dustin Tremuar, a 7-pound bass. Daniel Kurtz, an 8.2-pound bass. Pedro Gonzalez, a 6-pound bass. And Mark and Jake Hefner showing a 14-pound yellow catfish, all from LBJ Lake. If you'd like a chance to be a winner in 2017, send us your photo. Go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Click in the Costa Catch of the Week area on the right side of the front page and follow the instructions to send us your photo. You must be 18 years of age or older to enter or to win here in the contest. And if you'd like to see all of the Costa frame and lens styles, go back to the front page of our site, click on the Costa logo, and you can see all of the 580p glass and polycarbonate lenses and all the wide variety of colors and styles of Costa frames. This season, I saw my first Christmas commercial in September. The home improvement stores put their Christmas decorations on the shelves in early October, and Black Friday sales dates and times are being moved up earlier than ever this year. The retailers are out to get your Christmas dollars. But you know what? You and I do not have to get sucked in to the Christmas consumer mentality. You and I can have a joyous time celebrating with our family and friends, and we can all be happy about the stuff that really matters. The birth of the one who came to earth to free us from all of our captivity and bondage, and to release us from all of our hurts and pains, both past and present. So from our family to yours this season, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas. As I mentioned earlier in the show, we're going to be off the air for a couple of months, getting ready for the launch of our 2017 season. We'll meet you right back here in early March 2017. I need you to do 3 things during the off season. Number 1, subscribe to our newsletter. Just go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com and sign up. It's free. We'll keep in contact with you that way. Number 2, keep an eye on our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. We'll have the launch dates, times, and networks right on the front page. And number 3, be sure to like and follow us on social media. We're very active on our Facebook page. We'll be posting fishing videos and instruction and lots of fun things to do and some giveaways all during the off season. But you can't participate if you don't like us on our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you right back here in March of 2017. Until then, Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.
Join us this week on Fox Sports Outdoors as I hate it when he gives me a script. I just want to talk.
When do you, okay, sorry, cast it? Cast that? Cast, okay. I'm like, what is that fancy word?
Got it.
It's been a long day.